Grisha met Pop Pop. That did happen.
Yeah, Inigo, you want to elaborate on that?
We went we delivered we harvested. Sorry, like I'm backtracking and remembering things as I go through. So, Teth's mom asked us to get the venom sac, right? Of a creature. Was it?
It was a bile.
A bile.
Yeah.
And so we got that, delivered it to my bro, and he was doing some ritual, and then it seems to have gone wrong, and it resurrected an ancestor who's running around like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, so it also, I think the ritual also awakened a bunch of like zombie Bregel in this like crypt that we're in.
Oh yeah, and the Dark Lord was like huge. You could like
you
changed the side.
Yeah, didn't we end last session like just entering that crypt surrounded by the undead?
Yes.
But now we're teleported somewhere else?
No, you shouldn't be.
I'm seeing a room with a jug and no undeads.
I was wondering about that too. Because when I went to my character, I was like, I don't recognize this at all.
Oh, I don't know why you guys teleported back up there. That's where Hootbra found his best friend.
Emelda?
All right, let me move River, and then you guys could teleport to her.
Cool. I just got to run my dog out real quick. When I got home, my neighbors had their dogs out, so we couldn't go outside.
Dog drama.
Yeah.
I'm gonna refill my water. It should take like 1 minute. I'll be
just have a show, The Real Dogs of Riverside.
It's on site.
And it really is. It's on site with me too sometimes. They're all like worked up, and I try to go outside for a smoke. They start biting my shoes.
All right, you two may teleport.
Okay, how do I do that again? To hold shift or something?
All right, I'll just move you guys. Because I don't remember how.
Does anybody remember how?
I think it's shit. You click yourself, then shift click someone on the left.
I think it shift click you, and then on somebody else's portrait, and you should teleport to them.
Oh. Yeah, since Witch isn't actually in Telspire, can't do it anyway, so. So, gotta ask you, Jestro.
Yeah.
So, ants or A Bug's Life?
It's been a long time since I've seen ants, but as a kid, I remember being really boring.
Did you like A Bug's Life?
I did, but not enough to watch it too many times.
I've seen ants a few times, but I think I've only seen A Bug's Life once.
It's basically Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
My favorite
I did
part
like
of
ants, though.
Three Amigos.
Yeah, the magnifying glass part was really funny of that.
I think my favorite part of ants was when the worker ant, he like snuck to join the soldiers, like he traded places with one, and he didn't know that they were going to go fight the termites.
Yeah.
And that termite scene was hilarious. It's basically
Yeah.
Starship Troopers.
Doesn't he find his like best friend's head or something?
I don't think it was his best friend. It was another soldier that was like, "Yeah, I'll watch out for you, bro."
Yeah, it was like
And,
the older guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that movie.
Yeah, I think probably why kids found it more boring than A Bug's Life was because it was more of like the plot was more geared towards adults, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Woody Allen movie.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I got to be right back again because my dinner's finally done cooking. Be right back.
I still think about that song sometimes, actually, because that was like a really good like theme song. Like it just sticks out in my brain.
I don't even
Oh,
remember
for-
it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So if you guys would like to plan what you would, I'm going to take a listen to this, but if you guys would like to plan your strategy, that's another way we could stall until Crash arrives.
Yeah. Because like I mean, last I remember, we're surrounded, and Lord Mulbleet is on the fairy steed. I told the fairy steed to protect Mulbleet and get him out. So, yeah, I don't know. My plan was to just like get everyone the fuck out as soon as possible. I know Crump probably has some like holy spells. Maybe he can turn undead or something. But yeah.
Did we
Yes,
get
in fact,
him?
he does.
Did we get a reason for why the resurrection? Like, I'm trying to remember why they wanted the resurrection to happen.
So the pop-up was incredibly powerful wizard. So I think the plan was, or Mulbleet's plan was to like resurrect him and then like control him. But either something went wrong or the guy I cannot remember his name, and now I have to update Hellfire. But I think he's just too powerful of a wizard or spellcaster spirit.
You mean Lord Nalgruff?
Lord Gnarlgruff. Thank you. Yes. I think he's probably just too powerful to control with that spell.
Also, Emelda was totally into it, and you can't convince Shadwell otherwise. You can't tell me that someone who uses human fat to make candles isn't into some necromancy.
Also, Keesley, I said if the party would like to plan what to do, that's another way we could stall until Crash gets here.
Well, GM, and then 20 minutes later.
Yeah, in our Thursday group, that could buy you a whole hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize if I became irritable last week.
Technical difficulties can bring that out of anybody.
Yeah. I'm hoping that, since it ended up that we're doing the 3 weeks of downtime, hopefully that he's just content and we can play.
Like, everything's a parliament meeting now.
Yeah, for real.
I did not care that much about any of that.
I get tired just reading it.
Yeah, it's way too excessive.
It's just like freaking Congress, an act of Congress every time.
Yeah, no, I kind of get it because planning out that kind of stuff saves in-game time, but also I can't be responding to stuff every day.
I think it's the frequency of it that gets me.
Yeah.
Kind of like, come on. Like, on one hand, I appreciate the session's not turning into those kind of debates, but it's like literally every day.
Yeah, and it maybe it's an easier way for him to get his way.
Probably.
We don't have to just I don't know. You know what I mean? In the moment, because he's the one who's generally dead set on something.
Yeah.
So, he's not really liable to make plans on the fly and be okay with it. If it doesn't go the way he thinks, then he's kind of bummed out.
Yeah, and I'm always glad to not have to deal with any kind of passive aggression during the actual session. Because then I get tempted to just start being straight up aggressive, and
Wow.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with 3 weeks of downtime. I'm just not sure why we landed on that number versus any other number. And I don't want to ask in chat because
It'll just turn into a speech.
Exactly. Because, yeah, there are plenty of things that Renz needs to get. I made him Inspector Gadget, and he's got no gadgets, so he's I feel like he's fucking useless right now. And I'm tired of running into fights, getting my ass beat.
Having to spend a week in the hospital.
Every time I'm like, fuck, dude.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go to the fucking hospital again. Cool.
Go,
Can I just
regular ass hands?
Yeah, for real. I'm like, can I just fucking throw something? Like when we were gonna take out the surveillance camera. I was like, does anybody have I was thinking to myself, does anybody have like a fucking soda can? I'll throw at this stupid thing. Just because, like, I want to do something more than just like roll a stove.
Well, you can always ask
Fail.
me. I'll give you shit. Like, I have a bunch of different. I at least have grenades and a bulletproof shield.
Yeah,
So you
those would. I would prefer
You know,
those.
that's an interesting thought. You know, you could interact with the environment, find stuff in the environment to use.
Yeah, I should.
I don't think of that stuff, but you can. And then I'll be like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I can start.
Find a
doing
rock
that.
on the floor, throw it.
Yeah, I got to resubscribe to that loot box, that monthly loot box Friends was a part of.
Hmm.
It's random shit. Like, it doesn't even need to be weapons and armor. It could just be like my fondest memory is using that inflatable mattress to like stun a guy for 1 round, or at least, you know, cover my, so he couldn't aim at me.
It was a good moment.
And that one time I busted a John Constantine. This was back when I was full meat. Busted John Constantine with a freaking microwaver and just wiped out all of those zombies.
As far as the situation we are currently in with these undead, I don't have a concept of a plan or anything. It's just like speed stuff up. That's my only thought. If I had my dog, then I could tell him to bark at him and scare him, but he's not here, so. Maybe if I yell, "Come here, boy," really loud, maybe he'll get hurt.
You know what? I will let you, when the game properly starts, I'll let you roll a charisma to whistle. And Grisha could do this as well. And if you get a 19 or 20 on a charisma roll, your dog will come running. Also, there's a thunderstorm around me, so if I randomly drop suddenly,
Same.
that's because the power went out.
It's actually raining over here too, but not storming.
Yeah.
We came from the stairs in front of us, right?
The door behind us.
I mean, when we first came down here, those were the stairs. Okay. Yeah. My thought was to run away and not fight. But
Where's the stairs in front of us lead to? Do we know?
Yeah, the three finger.
Oh, we have to get past these undead. Make it top.
Back to the room full of all the devil goats. Dude, I fucking some of you, I don't know.
I think they didn't like
Oopra?
River, and they didn't like was it Crump? And Shadwell was body blocking for River, and Grisha was body blocking for Crump, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know if they cared about Hooper at all.
I don't think they did.
Oh, I forgot to finish my thought earlier because I had to go grab my dinner. Yeah, but that Notebook LN thing, when I would upload the transcripts, or I linked the YouTube videos, and then it kind of deciphered our speech, which I found to be pretty impressive. Because the way people talk, you know, we like imply things, we don't finish our sentences. Say, oh yeah, you know, it's like this. It's, you know, like that one time when we did this thing. But yeah, they, for whatever reason, kept calling Hoopra HRA or Hurrah.
HRA.
And they could, so one of them that I uploaded, it was the final condensed video I made. So that was when, that was Prince Milktongue's first session. And so they called him Prince Milton, and they called him a gremlin, not a grimalkin.
He kind of was one. So what do you have for dinner?
Fajitas.
Did you cook them or did your wife cook them?
My wife did. I just bought the groceries.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Were they sizzling when they got on your plate?
No. Get out of here.
You gonna start criticizing his wife's cooking?
No.
Tisk,
No.
tisk.
Like when you go to a Mexican restaurant and they put butter in it so it sizzles.
Yeah.
But yeah, so doing those, I was trying to like break up these little recaps into like what I'm calling like arcs. So it was like the whodunit at the John D. Horn Inn. Then it was like, you know, leaving Dreg. And then it was when you guys lost your memory, the night to remember. And then we haven't finished Emelda's song, but that would be the next one. And I realized we haven't actually played that many sessions. Like, because we've been offset with Blade Runner. So if A ever comes back, I don't think people have lost too much.
Yeah, like as far as what's happened in the overall story, major events, and that kind of.
Yeah, because each episode each session is there's a lot that happens, but it's not like major plot. You know,
I really want to know how horrified.
It is a lot of
Calumet-
goofing around.
I really want to know
There's
how
like-
horrified Calumet is going to be when he finds out what the rest of the group has done in his absence.
Y'all? Because I was going back and it was only maybe like 4 sessions ago that you guys were dealing with that plastic surgeon elf.
You should ask the Notebook LM how many people we've killed.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the estate sale like, oh fucking, it was tripping on that.
Oh yeah, I bet. Because there's so many people coming and going.
Yeah, and then it every character I do the voice for it gives a male gender to. So Shadwell and Shade of Winter Betrayal are gay boyfriends. Which I think is pretty funny. Because I try my best to do a lady's voice.
But it's transcription, so it shouldn't be able to really tell.
Oh, then I don't know how it came to that conclusion. They kept calling Shade he.
It's their fanship, their headcanon. It's their DeviantArt OC version of this story.
Oh my god. That's what you Forg used to do for a living? He claims.
What? Oh, like
I don't trust anything he says anymore. He's the most unreliable narrator. Yeah, you would have lost your shit if you had hung out longer.
It seems to be the general consensus anytime I leave.
There's a lot of,
you would go crazy. Like
I've been fired from every job I've ever had, and none of it is my fault. I did nothing wrong ever.
Yeah, I just called him on his bullshit because there was more than once where he was playing like he was still on his AirPods in voice playing and
At work.
narrating at work. And then he'd be like,
Oh no.
yeah, I'm going to line up my site. And yeah, it's $6.95. You want a bag? See, I'm going to fucking shoot that guy.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know.
It was bad.
So
Yeah.
I hope that upon learning that, Witch, that you feel less guilty about how any of that conversation played out.
No, I do not. Yeah, I do. Because I don't know that much about Euphoric. I find him abrasive. I didn't know he was autistic, but it makes a lot of sense.
That's what he says, but I don't think he's
I mean-
gotten officially diagnosed. I think he's diagnosing himself.
Yeah, I think he probably, because he also does kind of like throw that around. He speaks in like internet person. He's a,
Yeah.
Internet.
if he was my age, he would have been on like 4chan or something, and he probably is.
100%.
But yeah. Hearing that, it makes total sense.
I mean,
I
there were a
would bet
couple.
money that he has never been evaluated by a psychiatrist.
I would also probably bet money on that. I mean, I will bet money on that. There was one time where he was like, I don't even remember how it came up, but he was like, oh, my brother broke my foot or something, and now I have to smoke a cigarette because I'm depressed. I'm like, you don't have to do any of that. What are you talking about? Just fucking deal with it.
That's the most gesture responsive. Like, who says? Nobody's
Well, see-
making you do any of this.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're not addicted to nicotine yet. You don't have to do it. What are you talking about?
No, he probably is now, but
Yeah, now, definitely.
I think you would have been proud of Slingshot had you been there, because he was laying into him. Like, he cut right through the bullshit.
Yeah. He was
Right.
He was not having any of it.
Yeah, he was like, so get a job. He's like, but I need a car. And he's like, so get a job so you can buy a car.
Yeah.
He's
Get
like,
a auto loan.
he's like, so
Yeah.
get a loan. And
I
at
was
one point,
telling him,
he
like,
straight up
"Yeah,
told him,
dude."
like, so you've been fired from every job, and none of it is your fault, right? And Euphoric was like, he didn't know what to say, because that was basically what he was saying.
Well, I'm glad somebody called him out, because
Yeah.
I would have too. Like, I mean, he's just young. And, it's one thing if you're like, I don't want to get into debt. And it's like, well, that's your choice.
Mhm.
But I don't think anyone, like, unless you're rich, I don't think anyone gets a car and pays for it, like, with cash. Everyone opts into getting into debt.
That's
An
how
adult
you
choice.
do.
Yeah, it's either that or get like a junker car that might not last past a year.
Well, I think that's what like your first car should be, like a beater, something like
Yeah.
a couple years old, 100 miles on it or 100,000 miles on it. Sure, $5,000. You just get like, get a loan, pay that shit off. You're a young person and you live in the country, and like that's turning you into a worse person. I was telling them, like, you should go to school. You should go to school. You should move to a city. You should move out and just get around other people. Because,
Yeah.
Yeah, being around his family all the time. I've heard them shouting at each other sometimes when he's not muted.
But
Yeah.
as Slingshot pointed out to everyone, he doesn't actually want solutions. He just wants to complain, because every solution that anybody presented, he always had an excuse of why it wouldn't work.
I mean, he's like that with everything, though.
Yeah, that is true.
Even in, like, the game stuff.
He just wants to complain. He doesn't actually want any advice. He doesn't want any solutions. He just wants to complain and have people feel sorry for him. And
honestly,
Slingshot's not having it. Honestly, what? Which?
that same day with like his off-color joke observation thing, and then I
Obama.
called it out, and then he like
I was glad you did.
he responded to it, and then edited his response, and then deleted it. So I deleted my thing. I'm like, well, I don't know. I didn't like. I'm thinking of it as somebody like who may not understand, who's just like fucking not progressive.
think it
like
was,
doesn't know, like being young and dumb and doing edgy jokes and like, hey dude, don't do that, and then having him be self-conscious. But I don't know, like
I think it was a
I
teachable
shouldn't have
moment,
been-
and I think you taught him.
yeah,
I hope so.
I shouldn't have been so charitable in my feelings afterward, because like, yeah, no, man, like what the fuck are you even saying? Shut up, like that's ridiculous.
Like you're comparing a black person to freaking animal-human hybrid. That's not.
Yeah, that was. It was like, how'd you come to that conclusion, dude? What made that link in your mind? And
Yeah, when I read that, I messaged Witch. I'm like, I fuck can't with this fucking guy.
I know,
This is the reason I have that channel muted.
you know, it was the same day with like the Pope died thing, and I think I was talking to Jestro. I don't mean to like hold up our session, by the way.
We got 4 minutes. I'm starting at 8:30. So
Okay. But yeah, like that, we were talking about it at breakfast, that Euphoric is like, he wasn't raised Catholic. He's like a Catholic convert, because I guess he was talking about catechism very recently.
Yeah, his parents are against it.
Oh, I
Or
didn't
so
know
he
that.
says. I don't believe anything he says, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if I was his parent, I'd be against it too. Because again, like, becoming Catholic is like hello,
Hi.
as a well, becoming Catholic is like a conservative fad right now. Like becoming based Catholics.
Sounds like
Neo-
a TV show.
Imagine rebelling against your parents by becoming Catholic. Can't think of a lamer way to
And he's
rebel.
like so
Sorry.
uptight about it. Like there's this skirmish war game with the miniatures called French Crusade, and I think it looks badass. It's got great artwork, and he's like, "This is a mockery of my religion," or something. I'm like, dude, fuck, ease up.
And yet he has no issue mocking other people's religions.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like
Well,
when
and
I
that,
think it was Witch or somebody who brought up Ramadan.
That's
Yeah.
probably me because
That's
a bunch of my coworkers.
Yeah, and he was being real dismissive about it.
like,
And
I don't
was-
want to hear shit about Ramadan, dude. I was like, okay, man.
Yeah.
Well,
or when
that
he was
just-
talking about like how different Saudi Arabian kingdoms are from European kingdoms because reasons or some shit. It's like, bro.
Yeah, like we all know
We
what
need
you
to bring what did he say? We need to bring feudalism back.
Sounds about white. That's all I can say.
Oh, not this feudalism guy again. I think I know who you guys are talking about. The guy
I'm,
who
like, so
eats
fascinated.
greasy steaks, right?
Yep, that's the one.
It's so juicy
It's
when
like-
it's not your camp. Like it's so great because I'm not in this at all. So it's just wild to hear.
It's like who sits here in the year 2025? I had to think what year we were in again for a moment, and it's like, in all seriousness, says we should revert to feudalism.
Well, it's because he's a fascist. He's like he is. That's also what like the whole becoming Catholic thing is, and like the anti-Muslim thing is. It's like it's a whole conservative movement, Christian nationalism, and like they're obsessed with Catholicism and protection of white European culture, et cetera, et cetera. Like he talked about maybe like joining the Marines, and then like but I wouldn't ever like fight for a corporate war. I'm like, okay, then like join the fucking YPG, dude. And he's
Yeah,
like,
it's-
I don't give a shit about Kurds, and I'm like, oh, okay.
It's also funny considering how diverse the military actually is. Like,
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
And he got kicked out for mysterious reasons that he refuses to really talk
It's
about.
their fault.
Yeah.
Ah,
Just like getting fired from every job he's ever had, it's not his fault.
he got kicked out of the military.
Yeah. And
Out
like,
of the
how do you
Marines.
get kicked out of the military? They want to
Marines.
keep people in.
Yeah, retention is always a challenge.
yeah.
So
Well, like
that's
he's
pretty
like
wild.
Isn't that what that one kid was? He was also a Marine Corps dropout. And the one guy that got off for killing one person and shooting another guy in the arm at the George Floyd protests. I'm blanking on his name.
Kyle Rittenhouse? Or are you thinking
Yeah.
about something else?
Oh
Yes,
yeah, Kyle. Something. Yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse also is a Marine Corps reject, and I'm sure he shares a lot of the same kind of ideas about geopolitics and culture as fucking euphoric.
Yeah, I just don't
According
think
to him,
he thinks for himself.
probably
Yeah.
not.
I kind of feel
Well, I've
bad for the
noticed-
guy. Just
I've noticed that he always defers to power. Like whoever's the strongest is like, okay, I'm working for that guy. And it comes out in the various different situations Scotsman gets put in.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's what do you call him? He's a bootlicker, or was that what you call him, a bootlicker?
He's definitely a self-insert.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, bro, who's to say you think you just won't be another slave in a feudal system? Like you think
Oh, he'd
No,
totally
like,
be
you're
nerf, and he'd be loving it.
he'd be like the Knight Crusader on the horse, leading the charge, dude. But he can't right now, just because he's got a lot of shit going on. And he doesn't have a car. But
He's too busy tending the fields, so he can't actually get a horse to go on crusades because his parents won't let him learn how to ride a horse.
Yeah.
And somebody was going to teach him how to ride a horse, but then they got busy. So he's just got to tend his potato fields.
Yeah, this fucking guy, man. He's always every 8 months he'll
This is
have this
wild.
pity party where he's like, "Oh, nobody wants to play RPGs with me. Everything I start falls apart, and no one lets me stay in the group." And I was like, "Dude, I've invited you to my game fucking 4 times."
Well, I'm always happy when he declines.
I mean, I am too, but like I've said before, I think he would. I like our group, and I think you guys would force him to fucking ease up. Dude, get a fucking sense of humor. Stop being so damn uptight.
yeah, chill out. Just
Dude, he'd lose his mind if he had a NPC RP encounter with Richard. Oh my god. Throw a sassy Dolmenwood NPC at him, he wouldn't know what to do.
I'm gonna kill this guy. We are not gonna help you. We're gonna kill you because you killed this other person, and then we're gonna revive them. You can't do that shit.
Another reason why I'm glad Frank's not in the game anymore, because he would also be another one. No, let's just kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he would be like, "On board, let's kill him, lol."
Frank is thinking about making a new character in Slingshot's game.
Again, I thought Slingshot said no.
I did. Maybe he told him no more recently, but he was telling us, he's thinking about making a new character and just making it a joke character kind of. But he also flat out said again, he's like, I just don't like Cyberpunk. I just don't like this system, and I think I might play this other class because it's the only one I haven't played, but I don't like what I can do in this system. And I still don't think that's the main problem, but it's I don't know, man.
Should not play then. I would not shed any tears if he left.
Well, again, it's he's I like hanging out with everybody else, so I don't want to quit, but also I just don't like this system. Well, it's well, then you don't play or figure out how to like the system, because other people are trying to enjoy it.
Uh-huh.
Seriously.
Amen to that.
All right. So on that note, amen, sister.
Yeah,
How's
brah.
everyone feel about getting into Emelda's song?
Let's do it.
So, quick reminder to Crump: we are surrounded by the undead. After your uncle ? I tried to summon Grisha's Pop. So here we are.
All right.
And so if everybody wants to, I don't want to call you out, Crash, but if anybody needs to brush up on their character class traits in the player book, now would be the time. I know that Brother Crump is now at a high enough level to utilize some friar abilities that he hasn't in the past. So maybe others have abilities that they haven't used. Maybe they would like to now. And is
Quick
everybody
question
in? Yeah.
that may be relevant to Crash. Do friars have like abilities like clerics do against the undead, or is that like a cleric only thing?
It's been a while. I'm opening up the player book right now, but
Player
my understanding.
page 67.
All right.
Everybody in Sirenscape?
Oh, hold on. Let me get
I'm not
that.
yet. Oh no. I accidentally did Control All in the PDF, and now it's like stuck.
Control A?
Well, Control A, which I
Oh.
think just selects.
Everything turns
There
all
we go.
blue. Yeah, I've done that
Yeah.
more times than I can count.
I thought you like looked up AWE or something and too much.
That's
results came up.
a fairy glamour, I think.
Yeah, that's why I thought that's what he did.
Yeah, so turning the undead. So I can present a holy symbol invoking the might of the one true God. Now, range, the undead must be within 30 meters or feet. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we're using the Imperial system. Concealed undead are unaffected. I have to roll 2d6. If I roll 4 or lower, the undead are unaffected. 5 to 6. Looks like I have to roll 2d4. Undead are stunned for 1 round, unable to act. 7 to 12. Undead flee from the friar for 1 turn. 13 or higher. Undead are permanently destroyed.
Yeah.
And I guess I might have to do. We'll probably have to roll to determine what level these undead are, unless like we know up front. Are they lower level undead or higher level undead, or is it a mixed group? I guess I'll roll
know?
for that. Yeah, I probably have to roll intelligence or wisdom.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Any last questions?
So I'm excited because I want to try an ability of wood grew that I haven't done before. I guess we'll wait until we get there. But it's called Mad Revelry. It's like basically you can do these enchanted melodies to cause people to do things, but I don't know if they work on undead.
They do not. They're immune to mind altering and physiological.
Oh,
So,
damn.
poison.
So you can't turn this into Thriller?
You
That's what I
cannot.
was
Sorry.
hoping for. I was hoping for that. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Thought you were gonna say they're immune to revelry.
Yeah, on Mad Revelry, where it says subjects, it says all living creatures.
Living. Yeah, living. Yeah, it does. Okay, that answers that question.
All right. Any last minute game plan? If not, declaration phase.
So if I whistle for my dog, does that take my whole turn?
Oh, that's just an action.
Okay, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm whistling for my dog.
So you want to do that for movement? Anything else you're going to declare?
I'll stay where I am for the time being. And if somebody comes up to me, then close enough in range during movement phase, then I could attack them during my melee phase.
Okay. Risha, are you declaring anything?
I'm going to load up some the crossbow bolt, like flaming. Like, I guess load up a crossbow bolt and then light it on fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll take your turn. But the next turn, you'll have that ability. River, what are you declaring?
So, are there actually spider webs in here? Like
Yeah.
big ass cobwebs? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to, if I waved my hand through them, could I collect like a ball of them?
You may.
Okay. I'm going to collect all the spider webs, fold it into a ball or roll it into a ball, and then use flame charm to light it on fire, and then I want to throw it at somebody. But if I can't do everything in one turn, I get it.
I'm just double checking. Flame charm. Yeah, that's a climber, so you should be able to do both.
Cool.
Okay. Prompt, what are you declaring?
So I'm going to grasp my pendant. Yeah, since I'm gonna try to cast the undead away.
All right.
Or turn the undead, excuse me.
Would you mind using your ruler to see where the 30-foot mark is?
Yes. And how much is each block again?
5 feet.
Okay. So 5 times 6. Where am I? Oh, all the way back there. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Six. Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna have to move. So I'm gonna have to wait a turn.
All right. Yeah, as long as you start, as long as you know your distance is, that's great.
Cool.
Bra, what are you declaring?
Oh, I was on mute. I don't think it's this phase. I was planning on casting a spell.
What spell?
Fireball.
Okay. What are you going to do once you cast Fireball?
I'm going to try to shoot it at the nearby coffin near the corner. And maybe
Can you show me with the ruler?
Yeah. What is the button for or what is the...
I believe it's M. Or you can click
M.
the thing on the bottom right.
Yeah, I see it now.
Can you tell me how you're casting Fireball? Through what method?
Yeah, so it's through my elf bone wand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, flame streaks from the caster's finger toward a point within the range that detonates in a roaring 20-foot radius sphere of fire. So yeah, you just have to show me where you're going to throw it.
Here. Can you see it or is it
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, yeah, this is what we're.
Just the one Breggle zombie?
Yeah, it's the fireball itself is 20. It's not 20.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius sphere of fire.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, in that case, maybe I can knock both of these two out. Or maybe I can ideally hit both of these two.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the zombies, I'm declaring that during movement phase, they are going to move forward. And as soon as they get close enough to anyone within melee range, they are going to attack. And Selenia is going to hold up the rear and make sure that if Gnarl Gruff escapes through this door, that she's the first one who encounters him. Okay, movement phase.
Whistling.
All right, roll charisma, please.
So that
Do you have any bonuses to charisma?
a 1.
Dang, so close.
Unfortunate.
All right. So this zombie is going to move up.
I like this song. Kind of random.
You know, you said that the last time a song from this same game soundtrack played. Okay, are any of you guys moving?
Yo. From move there. Yeah, I think that's good enough.
I feel like I would have to spend my movement to gather up all these webs. To
Yeah,
ball and throw.
that is correct.
Can I do with them like walking up? Can I like change tactics and do a kind of reaction? Like, cause
You
it's
may.
not- cause, yeah, because I was gonna load up the crossbow bolt and then light it on fire, but seeing them walk up, I think what I'd like to do is like tear off a piece of my shirt and wrap it around my fist on my prosthetic arm and then light that on fire.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
There's no way to fail this roll, but just give me a doohickey gizmo roll. Just to see how well, I guess, you tear your shirt off and wrap it up and light it on fire. Oh, hell yeah. That is a success. Not that you could have failed, but yeah, this is exactly how you want it to play out. It will. Okay, has everyone moved?
Yeah.
In that
Well,
case, missile phase.
Let's see. I'll throw it at this guy.
Okay. Give me a dex, like a ranged attack.
Is this from The Witcher?
No, actually, I think this is from Hellish Court,
Huh.
but it's also Polish.
Nah.
It sounds very Witcher. That was a 16.
That is a hit.
Okay. How much damage would that be? I have no idea.
The straight fire, I believe it is. I think it's just a D4. Let's get 1 damage. Then I'm going to do a save versus blast to see if this guy catches on fire. He does catch on fire. So every round, it'll be an additional 1d4, I believe.
Sweet.
Okay. Magic phase.
I'm waiting till next turn, I think, right?
For what reason?
No. I'm getting mixed up. I know that you have to declare, but I was thinking for some reason it took 2 turns to activate.
No, since you didn't move, you can.
Yeah, that's why I didn't move. Yeah, I can. Okay. So I'm gonna. Oh.
I don't think you had to. You don't have to roll to cast the spell. You just show me where you're going to throw it, and then anything inside of it deals 1d6, suffers 1d6 damage, but they all get to make a save versus blast for half damage.
Okay. So
Yeah, just draw the ball, and if you click, you can expand it 20 feet, which is 4 squares.
okay, so I'm gonna do this here.
Okay, so 4 squares from there in all directions. I believe Crump might be in the blast. You're also in the blast.
4 tiles.
Yeah,
That's cool.
because each tile is 5 feet, and it's a 20-foot radius sphere. What's going on in your mind, Blue Octopus 11?
That looks like it'll just singe Crump's eyebrows. But I think,
I think
it'll but
I
you
think
know,
it's
like
okay.
it's like standing pretty close to a bonfire.
You have to continue extending it. You've only extended it 2 tiles.
This is 4.
How is
It
it
looks-
4?
It says
4 by 4.
2.3 on.
Yeah, it says
it
2.3 tiles.
Huh. But there are 4 by. It is 4 by 4 if you look at it.
Yeah, it's 2 tiles from the center of the circle, not 4 tiles from the center of the circle.
So is it going to be?
but the whole radius
Oh,
is
so
20.
it's,
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's right.
yeah. Is
That's
the
right.
diameter
That's right.
4 or is the radius
Yeah,
4?
it's the radius
No.
is 20.
Yeah, the radius is 20. So actually, it's okay. That's what I was thinking of, because when you said 20, I was thinking for a minute one direction, but it's the whole.
I never listened to that band. I don't know.
Okay, so
All right. So yeah, these 2 guys. That's all. That's all you want to include in this fireball.
And
yeah,
Crump's eyebrows.
I know there's one near me, like very, very, very close. but I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk anything.
Okay. So please roll me 1d6 per your level, which I believe we established is level 4, although it doesn't say that on your character sheet.
Oh, weird. I must not have sent the updated one. It's 4 on the one I have open.
So 4d6.
Sorry, my mouse is moving slow.
Okay, and then each of these guys gets a save versus blast for half damage. This guy succeeds, so he only takes 9 damage. And this guy also succeeds, so they each only take 9 damage.
They're cracked out.
Okay. Any other magic?
Brother Crump, are you gonna do something?
Can I? I thought I don't know, since I moved. Well, I guess it's not like a spell. Well, I don't know.
It doesn't say in the
traditional
rule book that there's a limitation for turning undead, like a movement limitation.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna grab my pendant. I'm gonna raise it up, and I'm going to invoke the might of the one true God, the Pluralitine Lord. And 2d6. All right. Hopefully my faith has not led me astray.
Okay, 7. 2d4 undead flee from the friar for 1 turn.
All right.
I will allow you to select the 2 that you would like to flee.
Should I should I roll 2d4 to see how many, or does it?
Oh yeah. And then you
Okay.
can, once you get that number, you can select which ones. Hang on.
And
That might be all of
let-
them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn, we got a Slipknot cover band in here. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you may select 7 of them to flee from you for 1 round. So which 7 would you like?
Right. So definitely the ones that are closest to us at the moment, or the ones that are about that I think are within range to attack. So this guy here.
I think you should leave that one so me and Grisha can beat it up.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. In that case,
Maybe leave one of the ones next to Selenia so she can beat that one of them up.
okay, I'll send this one in the back here. Yeah, that one. This one out. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm trying to use these little rulers, but it's not. I don't know
Well,
why.
if you, how do you guys do the dot? I think it's you hold it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there's a way to do the ping. I just can't remember what it is.
Yeah, but that one. Then the 2 in the back. Oh, or that's probably out of range. Let's see.
Maybe the one that's like
This one?
next to River? The one
So
with the
there's only-
antlers?
We're gonna leave 2, right? So like this guy
Oh yeah,
and this guy.
yeah. This one. I'll leave these. These 2 have been affected, right? They're like burning. They got hit with
Yeah.
that
The
bomb, so I'll
magical
leave
slime,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave them.
Also, it's T. If you want to click T. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. And I think. Did they get hit as well? This
It's
one,
basically, yeah.
because the flame is a different color. I wasn't sure. if
Yeah, it was. I just
so.
did that for the magic fire.
Okay. So yeah, I guess. I don't know if these
Those guys are not
two are within range. Oh, okay. So I think I'll just do this, and I guess. I guess this one. Yeah,
Okay.
those three.
Excellent.
Sorry that took so long, but yeah.
No problem. Next up, anybody else doing magic? Okay. Oh, did I hear which?
No. I was
Okay.
just going to say no.
Melee phase.
Shadowell's gonna attack this one next to Hootbra. This weapon's got reach.
Yeah, he's a little close.
Oh no.
That is a miss. Grisha, are you doing a melee attack?
Can I melee this trick?
Oh, because you set up your flame arm. Wait. So all you did was take off your shirt and light it on fire, right?
I didn't take off I like tore off a piece of my shirt.
But you didn't like assemble anything, did you?
No, I just lit
Then yes, you may.
that piece that was in my fist on fire.
Yeah, because you're not like reloading or swapping your arm prosthetic off. So yeah, you could do a melee attack. You have a bonus, right?
Yeah. That's 17.
That is a hit.
I don't think I have like a punch.
Then I think it's just a D4
It's like a D4,
plus
right? Okay.
your strength, yeah. And then do a second D4 for the flame.
So 2 plus my attack plus strength, right? So it's 2 plus 6.
Nice. And then do a second D4 for the fire. That's 11. Yeah, this guy's dead. Okay. And then Selenia is going to attack this dude over here. Shit. Yeah. That is still a hit because she's really badass. Okay. She knocks this dude back. Okay, declaration phase.
Moving and meleeing. Something.
All right, so the 3 that Crump turned, they are going to attempt to flee this round, so that's going to be their declaration.
Crump is going to equip his staff, and he's going to try to melee one of the fleeing undead. Actually, one of the ones that's burning. Yeah.
The switching weapons, or equipping a weapon, moving, and then attacking. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, Hoopra, what are you gonna do?
I'm going for a melee. I'm gonna try to hit this Virgil that's near me. Get a little too close to me.
Which one?
To the left or to the next tile over, basically.
Where? Push T and then click on it.
This here. This one.
There's one that's down?
He's down?
Yeah. Grisha punched
Okay.
him.
Yeah, I just fire punched him, and then he immediately spontaneously combusted,
He's down.
not spontaneously.
But he's like down. Okay. In that
Oh,
case,
hang
I'll
on,
do-
hang on. Before anybody goes rushing to conclusions, just remember that fight against the Wraith.
I don't remember it.
Or the Spectre. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Spectre at the Riverside Shack.
Yeah. The ghost. I can't. Oh,
Remember
time
there
when
was
Hoopra
a ghost,
died?
but
it's a Trump. Can you make holy water?
Oh, yes. I remember now. Holy smokes.
Does anyone have any water?
And,
I only
and
have
the-
brandy.
And the lantern, right?
Yeah, and Prissy Cotton Socks running.
The candle.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Chadwell, you don't remember singing Chumbawamba?
no.
How do you kill something that's undead?
Cast heal on it.
So you've played Final Fantasy.
Yes, you know that.
I know, I'm just teasing because remember Blue Octopus was like, if I threw a healing potion at it, would it hurt it? And I'm like, yes. Okay, so anybody else declaring anything?
I think River is planning to move up a little bit, or she's gonna pick up Emelda and move forward.
Okay. Grisham, yeah.
I'm gonna declare that I'm gonna lean into the corpse, and I'm gonna say, it's not your fault, and it's all okay. I'm just gonna see if that maybe heals his heart a little bit.
You know what? When we get to movement phase, I'll let you roll a charisma.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to declare?
Not for me. I think I'm still. I think I might attack this one here instead, actually.
In what capacity?
It's going to be a melee, though.
Okay, so you're going to move up to it, and then you're going to attack him in melee.
Well, we're at movement phase, right?
We're still in declaration.
Yeah.
And then Shadwell, what are you declaring?
I already did. I'm gonna move and try to melee something.
Okay. And then Grisha, is there anything besides cheering this guy up that you would like to try?
More like laying him to rest, but yeah, I guess I want to just have my fist ready. I'm gonna do a Henry Cavill, and I'm gonna load it up.
Hell yeah. All right. Movement phase.
Do I need to make a check to pick up Emelda?
Depends. Are you just like, are you gonna do anything besides picking her up and moving?
Not this turn.
Then no, I'm gonna say you know, you could throw her over your shoulder or do a piggyback kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're ever gonna do something while carrying her, it's gonna be a strength.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pick her up and then move. This might be as far as I can go.
Oh, because you moved around her. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else moving?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, missile phase. Okay, magic phase. River, please give me 1d4 for the flame on that guy who ran away. And I think fireball. Yeah, they're also on fire. So Hoopbra, give me 2d4.
2d4, okay.
And Grisha, give me 1d4 for the guy in front of you because he is also on fire, even though I moved the fire thing.
That was a 3 for River, by the way.
Awesome.
Is that one stuck?
Yeah, it looks like it's stuck between Hoopbra and Crump. Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, both of those dice are doing weird things. You see the other one kind of like slide around for a minute?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Tailspire needs to make a little like dice tray or something.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else doing magic? All right, melee phase.
Okay. Shadwell's gonna attack this one next to Hoopra.
One on fire?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a fail, I'm sure. I don't know.
But you have a +3 plus.
I've got +4. My strength
Yes,
also,
that is a miss.
unfortunately.
But this one who you attacked, he's going to try and attack Hootbra. Does a 14 hit Hootbra?
For AC, yes.
Okay. He swipes at you with his fist, his ungloved hand, dealing you 3 damage.
Okay.
Dang, Hoopra got slapped.
That guy's not in range. This guy's going to try to attack Selenia. And he hits her.
Yeah.
He has a broken sword. He does 5 damage to her.
Ouch.
Risha, are you going to attack this guy? He spent his turn resurrecting or whatever, reanimating.
Yeah.
kill it with fire.
That's a 14.
14 is a miss. Right, and then Selenia attacks this guy in front of her. That is a miss. All right, round 3 declaration. I didn't have Grisha do the charisma to put that guy to rest. I apologize. You can do that now if you'd like. Charisma, give me so his target would be 15 or higher.
Yeah, I have no bonuses to charisma.
All right. Although you say a nice heartfelt speech to him, you're not a priest, so you can't actually, or you're not a friar, so you can't actually put anyone to rest. Okay, round 3 declaration. The very first thing that I'm going to declare is these doors right behind you slam open.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So what's everybody else declaring?
Shredwell's continuing to fight.
We should leave.
If I use my acceleration thing, does that take my whole turn to do?
Yes.
Can I only? I assume I can only invoke the might of the one true God once per day.
It says 1 attempt per turn.
Oh. Okay. Might be worth a shot then. In that case, this round I'm gonna move closer to dead granduncle, and then try to invoke the might of the one true God to buy some time to escape, unless we want to fight him.
What level are you? 5?
Yeah, level 5.
Okay.
By the way, did you guys ever find that water? Do we have water?
River only has boobs.
Damn. Is it wine? You know, well, they don't.
There's
don't
no
have
price.
Jesus here, I was gonna say. Damn.
Let me try that.
Maybe I could turn water to wine to water, but
I feel like you got to be a high level friar to pull that one.
fair.
I mean, don't you have that one purify food and water? That's basically all that spell is.
I do actually. I think. Let me look at my character sheet.
He's a deep fryer now. Boo.
I only
Yeah,
see
remember-
lesser healing.
I could have swore you used the supplication of Saint Clude, I think is what it's called. You used that to purify those poison mushrooms inside of Richard's stomach.
Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, it was on the left side. It's lonely. Yeah, purify food and drink. All right. Yeah. I guess I don't know. Should I do that before or after I try to turn him away?
That's up to you.
Shit. I'm gonna try to turn turn him away. Because I'll probably have to take an entire turn to actually say that prayer. So I'm gonna do that to try to buy some time at first. So yeah, I'm gonna move somewhere in this area, and then assuming Nargruff is in range, and then yeah, do that, and then I'll purify the booze later.
All right. Selenia is going to stop worrying about this guy in front of her and focus her attention on Gnarlgruff as well. The undead that you turned last round are going to walk towards you guys again, and the others are going to continue moving in. And when they get into range, they're going to try to melee attack. River, what are you declaring?
River was planning to flee, but also, can anybody remember how long has it been since I've swayed anybody's mind? Was the only time young Gandalf?
That's the only time I remember that being used, yeah.
Okay. And I assume it's been like a week since then, or has it? My sense of time is also.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been about 5 days, I think.
River, before she, or I guess, yeah, she's gonna run away, but then also try to shout back at Pip-Pop and attempt to sway his mind.
He might be immune to that. Yeah, he's immune to biological and mind-affecting... biological effects and mind-affecting spells.
All right. My bad. I thought it was because he was an undead. But okay. Then she's just going to run away.
Okay.
I think we should get out of here. Is there any way to collapse this whole structure?
Selenia nods. There is. If only someone had fire powder.
I have a little satchel, but I don't think it's enough to bring this whole place down.
I have a tinder box, but that's not going to help.
Selenia says, we only need to take this doorway down.
Well, no, that sounds dangerous. Do you guys think if I used my fireball that it would mess everything up?
Selenia says, yes, it's a brilliant idea. Does anyone have gunpowder? Anything flammable that the fireball could ignite?
Yes, here. And I guess Emelda's like over River's shoulders.
Okay.
But she'll like point down at the little satchel of gunpowder on her belt.
Okay.
Or powder horn. I forget how they keep gunpowder.
Yeah, well, I think it's both. Because they have like a full purse full of it, but then they also have those individual ones for quick loading.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so yeah, Selenia will snatch that from River and then try to push a Gnarlgruff back. And, so she'll snatch that off, throw the gunpowder somewhere on the doorway, and then try to push him back. Does anyone want to update their declarations based on this new evidence?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if so, by bringing the whole thing down, like that's the plan, right? Like, would that include the hallway behind the door, or like just the specific
Just the
room
doorway.
that we're in? Just the hallway?
The doorway.
The doorway. Okay. Yeah. Well, then in that case, I'm not going to try to make Gnargruff try to run away, because that would, the doorway wouldn't fall on them. So instead, I'm going to try to buy the folks up front some time by making by trying to invoke the might of the one true God to turn them away.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're focused on that.
Scotwell, do you want to update your declaration?
No.
Risha, what do you want to declare?
I'm gonna plead with Pop. I'm just gonna be like, hey, you were there when I grew my first mustache hair. Don't do this.
Okay, I will allow you to make another charisma roll with a +3. The power of familial love. But regardless of if you fail or succeed, you can do some more stuff. So what else would you like to declare?
And then I guess it sounded like we're leaning towards taking this place down, right? Or is that like
the
our
doorway?
last-
Yeah.
That's our like ditch. Oh, just the doorway. Okay, that's our digital effort. Okay.
Like throwing the. So it was bodyguard. Can't remember her name.
Elenia.
Elenia. Was she gonna throw this gunpowder, or do I have to?
Yeah, no, she's gonna use her rapier, take it off of your belt, and then just flick it at him.
Flick it up, and then Hootbraw's gonna shoot this whole little area that I'm highlighting.
I would assume so, but he hasn't declared as much, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my plan. I didn't know, but yeah, that's my plan.
Dang, if Cookie Puss and Callie Mae had been here, they could have done the fucking wombo combo.
And then collapse this whole doorway in on itself so he can't.
Just like Shredder, taking out Shredder and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hell yeah.
Uncle Phil.
Okay. Movement phase. Gnarlgruff is not going to use movement because he made his big boss entrance. Yes, that is a success. Risha.
Okay. It's exactly what I said. I'm just gonna plead with him, even though he's never met me before. I'm just gonna plead with him. Just gonna be like, man, all the memories I've shared with your portrait.
You want to tell the others what you're referencing?
What do you mean?
Just so they have a bit of context of what you're talking about? You mean his portrait?
Yeah. So I mean, obviously he's a super ancestor, so I probably wouldn't have met him. Well, I mean, probably wouldn't have. I didn't meet him. I've never met him. He's long dead since before I was born. But I did used to, when Ramius and Malbly would, steal my food because they would fight over who got to have all the meals, and they would always fight over who owned my meals. So I just have to go in the kitchen and get a second one and go eat it among like the portraits. And he was one of the portraits that I would talk to often.
All right, yeah, that's a success. He's going to. Anybody who's looking at Gnarlgruff notices a flicker of sentience and recognition in his eyes. Missile phase. Okay, magic phase. Also, wait, River, did you move?
So I didn't know if I had to stay put.
You did not.
In that case, I will move 1, 2, 3.
You can move diagonal.
Oh. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm heading for the stairs.
There is a staircase at the
Oh yeah, the other side.
southwest corner.
Yeah. I'll move this far, and I'm still trying to carry Emelda.
It's probably the most heartwarming song I got.
It sounds emotional. Yeah, it sounds romantic. It sounds.
Do you know
like,
what this is from, Blue Octopus Alarm?
I don't.
Easily could tell you. It sounds like Witch could tell you.
Yes, it is. Have you ever seen the little? It's a tiny interview snippet, but like the composer talking about playing this on piano for David Lynch.
I have not.
He's doing it like a David Lynch impression. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's like one of the two songs that comprise the score.
Yeah, there's that other. All right, magic phase. Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I think you cut off at the end there, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, there's like some jazz song they play when there's like a sexy scene.
Yeah.
That's what this feels like. It feels like an 80s like rescue scene.
Okay, so magic phase. These two zombies over here resurrect, reanimate. And anybody else casting magic?
Yeah. I'm going to invoke the might of the one true God again.
All right, give me that 2d6.
All right. Ah, shit. Where'd they go? E.
The
Nice.
undead are unaffected.
Oh, shit. We might be fucked too, bro.
All right, Hoopra, what are you gonna do?
I was gonna shoot the fireball, and also try to make a break for it, but shoot the fireball first.
I had too much faith.
Listen to all that George Michael.
Brother Crump, we can get through this.
All right, Hoopra, do you want to narrate how you cast Fireball on the now lucid Gnarlgruff, who's pleading with his great grandson?
Hoopra does not. I don't really know much about the Florentines or these Breggles affairs, but I do know I need to protect those who I care about. And with that, we need to preserve ourselves. Don't you agree, Brother Crumb?
As the zombies
course.
are walking close to him.
Of course.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, dude.
Okay, and then with that, I'm like, well, it's time to let it rip, and I let a fireball loose.
Okay, 4d6.
Oh shit.
Hold on. No,
That's actually the concussion blast once it hit the gunpowder.
Something out of a movie, or you're gonna straight up fucking lie.
Damn.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so please roll me that, with the gunpowder, I'm going to say it's probably double. So give me a 40-foot radius circle, please, using
Lord.
Gnarl Gruff as the center point. Okay, anyone within that, you all get blasted backwards. You may make a save versus blast to receive. Well, okay. Well, first off, Risha, I'll let you roll a dex to try and jump out of the way. If you fail, then you have to roll a save versus blast, or you receive half damage. Or if you fail, you take 15 damage. If you succeed, you take half. Yeah, that's a success. So, you may narrate how you dodge this blast.
I just dive as soon as I see Hoopra slinging that fireball.
Bro, do you have like an ignition word, like a magic word that you use when conjuring?
I don't, but I should come up with one. I would say like surfs up, but it's the fireballs.
Surf's up.
That's what I call a hot shot.
Hot shot.
And let me roll for Selenia.
Not Flamey Hotman. What was that he said?
That's a good one.
Avatar?
Okay, so she fails. I have the wrong thing selected, and then she may make a save versus blast for half damage. That is miraculously a success. So you guys see here, it's like an anime character, like probably from My Hero Academia or Dragon Ball Z, get blasted backwards, and you know she's got like her fists, her arms in front of her face, and she's like singed, and she takes 7 points of damage.
Her power level is just too high. See Shadwell examining her with his scouter.
It's over 9,000.
And then he breaks it dramatically.
Has anybody seen Orgasmo? Aside
I have.
from me?
I have not.
There's that great scene where Trey Parker is going to get beat up by the the security guards, and he does the anime like oh, and they have a terrible kung fu fight.
Remember when those happened in movies? Just because obligatory. Okay, so that's everybody who's in the blast radius. I'm just getting set up the rubble. So that's magic melee phase.
Beating up the zombie in front of me.
Okay. Roll to hit.
So that's an 18.
That is a hit.
All right. So damage with this halberd is a D10, I believe.
Okay.
Checking, because I always forget. Yes, it is a D10. So that's 8 plus 4. So 12 damage.
Which one? Can you mark them with T?
The one directly in front of Shadwell.
Okay. This song is so epic. Okay, movement phase. Oh wait, we're still in melee. Sorry, I didn't fight for the zombies. Okay, so this one next to Hootbra, facing Hootbra, is going to attack Hootbra.
Looks like Hootbra's punching him in the face.
Does a 5 hit? Hoot, bro.
Was I on mute? Nope.
Hoot, brother.
No.
Hoot brother?
And I found out my new word is I was muted for this, but it's cowabunga.
That's tubular.
But no, it does not hit.
Okay.
Hoot brother.
This one to Hootbra's right is going to attack Hermano Crump.
Ooh.
Does a 13 hit?
Yeah, my AC is 13, so yeah.
Okay, this guy's gonna do. He has a sword, so he's gonna roll 1d6 plus 1, 4 damage.
Okay. I think my HP might be. I think I'm at my max HP, but I still have 10. So for some reason I just forgot to update it. So I'm gonna subtract 3 from 17.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. This other one to Crump's left is going to attack Crump. Does a 3 hit?
No.
This last one is going to attack Crump. Does a 19 hit?
Unfortunately, yes.
This guy also has a sword. Uh, 7 damage.
Ooh. Damn.
Okay. And that is that round. Movement phase, or declaration phase.
I think Shadwell is gonna smash a healing potion on this zombie in front of him.
The one that's downed?
Yes.
Okay. That'll be movement phase. You gonna do anything else?
He'll do a melee attack against any enemy in range.
All right. Next up, Grisha Gerhardt Snow.
I'm gonna grab this one that's closest to Hoopra, like right in his face, and just kind of grab it by the shoulder and just chuck it behind me.
Okay. That'll just be a strength.
Yeah. And then just leg sweep this other one if I can just do that. Just kind of just get out of my way, and then kind of like get it out. Like I'm trying to clear the way so we can kind of like get out of here.
I think don't Regals have a ram attack?
We do, yes. I don't think any of us have used it though.
I've used it like once or twice, I think.
It's come up a couple times.
I remember there was one time that me and Callie Mae like both used it at the same time against one guy, just like kind of like sandwiched him between our horns.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh yeah. Horns. Regals may make a melee attack with their horns instead of a weapon. Damage inflicted. The damage inflicted increases with level as indicated in Bregel advancement table. So what level are you?
Level 5.
So you could do that up to 6 feet. Or is that inches? Oh, your horns are 6 inches if you hadn't shaved them. And you do 1d4 plus 1 damage. And you can use gaze once per day. Which is a charm effect.
Gaze.
Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah, that sounds.
And it only works on humans or Bregel who have shorter horns than you.
That makes sense.
No way.
It's
Yes.
Bregel face down.
Hell yeah.
Well, it makes sense both. It makes sense with the connotation too, of
Yeah,
when you
totally.
first said it, and we were all thinking.
Go on. What were y'all thinking?
DIYS.
We're all thinking like the gay version of what those two Muppets who are just like heckling people, like just
Those
like
old
a
men?
couple, yeah, just like just a gay couple, just like just heckle the shit out of my enemies.
All right, I will allow you to. So you want to throw one and then leg sweep the other one? I'll say you could only do one of those things.
Okay, then I'll toss this one.
Okay. Hoopra, what are you declaring?
I'm trying to skedaddle.
Okay, dashing. All right. So you move twice. All right, River, what are you declaring?
Do we have any actual like means of like killing these undead so far? Has anything actually kept them down?
Cadwell is going to attempt something this round. But nothing has worked yet.
And then this chamber is completely sealed, like this one over here.
Yes.
Okay, River's gonna call to everybody else and say, I think we should leave. Maybe, perhaps. But I think she's going to set Emelda down and then engage one of the undead. This guy. Actually, I'm sorry. This one over here.
Okay.
With the cold iron short sword to see if maybe that does something.
Okay. And Brother Crump, what are you declaring?
Given that I have just taken copious amounts of damage, I'm gonna put on my amulet of density and turn into gaseous form to escape this situation.
Okay.
You gaseous form? You can do that?
Yeah.
You're a holy ghost?
Hey, that's never mind. I was gonna say something stupid. You're making light of my religion.
Oh, sorry.
Euphoric?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that, right?
Yes. You have to do that during magic phase, and only
Okay.
that.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. So I can't move until I do that.
Yeah, so this
Okay.
whole round, you're just going to activate that, and the next round, you will be gaseous, and you can move around as you want.
Oh wait, so you're saying I can still get hit this round?
During missile phase, yes.
Oh, only during missile phase, not during.
Yeah,
okay.
because melee phase it happens after magic.
Okay, that's cool. I'll stick with that. I like
Okay.
the odds.
Is anybody else declaring anything? All right. So we're going to move to movement phase, and during movement phase, you guys hear a lot of clumpity coming down the stairs. It looks like when Shadwell whistled, he didn't get his dog to arrive, but he got a different type of reinforcements.
Oh. So we're in movement now, right?
Yes.
So Shadwell is popping the cork of a healing potion, and he's dumping it all over this zombie in front of him.
All right. You see it start to sizzle and bubble and melt like that one gremlin in the first Gremlin movie when it falls in the water fountain.
Nice.
Anybody else moving? A1 Hoot Bra
Yes.
Wood Fluffing.
Yes.
Damn, I should have gave it to Crump. Well, I do
Yeah,
have one more I can give to him next turn.
Yeah, you can spread them out. Okay, missile phase. All right, magic phase.
Crump is gonna put on his amulet.
Excellent. All right.
And
Let me see.
Yeah.
Now, there's no way to make you transparent, so I'm just going to make you float, and that'll be the you know, the unspoken symbol for you being gaseous. Okay, melee phase. We'll start with Grisha. What's your bonus? +3?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that is not enough to throw this guy. But you do have him grappled. Next up is River Under Stars.
Let's see. So I'm going after this dude. Right. Yep.
That is, wait, do you have a bonus?
That is a +2.
That is a hit.
16. Nice. And then a short sword. 1d6. And if he's has a weakness to cold iron, it does extra. But 2 damage.
All right. You stab him, but he doesn't look like he even reacts to it.
Worth a try.
All right, he's going to attack back. 18. He deals 3 damage.
All right. So I do have this cloak of displacement, but it's only a -2 to their attack, so I still get hit.
Okay. And then Selenia is going to attack this guy in front of her. But she misses. And he attacks her. And he misses. All right. Movement phase. Sorry, declaration. What are you guys declaring?
Shadow's gonna reverse pickpocket Brother Crump and put a healing potion in his pocket.
You may attempt it, but he is in gaseous form.
Oh. Well, then I'm just gonna melee somebody then.
Anybody else declaring anything?
Just a quick question. The one that's closest to me where I've run is still up next to River's right there, and then
Yeah.
Okay. That I'm planning on attacking that one.
Okay.
Yeah, River is planning to move right there and hopefully keep the attention of the one that tried to attack her. But yeah. Move a little bit closer and attack this dude.
All right. Crump, what are you declaring now that you're in gaseous form?
Let me see. I think I'm gonna move. Over here. I'm gonna get some breathing room. Yeah, I just don't want to be in range of any kind of undead, and I think I'm gonna try to. Wait, someone wanted to was it Shadwell wanted to hand over something to me?
Yeah, but since you're in gaseous form, you won't be able to take it.
Fair. How many rounds does that last, though? I thought it was.
Yeah. What's the amulet called again?
Amulet of Density.
Okay, I'm looking it up.
Try finding it in my notes, but
Once per day, the wearer can turn into a cloud of vapor or a statue of solid iron as long as they wish. When they're in the form of a cloud, the wearer has a speed of 40. It can seep through small cracks, cannot attack, has an AC of 21, and can only be harmed by magic. When in the form of a statue of iron, the wearer cannot move and has an AC of 24, and can only be harmed by magic. Yeah, it's as long as you want.
okay. And I can't cast or anything. I assume I just have to.
Doesn't say you can't cast.
Okay.
It just says you cannot attack, but maybe that's
Okay.
maybe that's because it doesn't say you can't take an action, just says you can't attack.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna move. To that empty space that I pointed, and I'm gonna cast lesser healing on myself.
Right. Selenia is going to declare that it is time for the party to depart. And she is then going to begin moving upwards, up the stairs. She's going to she's going to grab Emelda on her way to the stairs. Who has declared? Grisha, have you declared anything?
I think I'm just gonna just run through these things and like trample them if they're in my way.
All right. Yeah, we'll just treat it as a movement, and then anyone in your path has to, dodge, or else they get hit. All right, has everyone declared everything? Okay, movement phase. Okay, missile phase. All right, magic phase. Brother Crump, you're going to turn undead?
You need to get by?
Yeah, I can wait.
But he says hi. He says hi back.
All right, he sounds like he's AFK. Anybody else doing magic? All right, melee phase.
I mean, you think they'd be smart?
Okay.
attacking.
I'm okay. You can go, Keesley.
That's 11 total.
That is a miss. Crump, if you were going to turn undead, you may roll your 2d6.
Oh,
River, that
roll
is
it.
also a miss.
Wait, I haven't even. Oh, I'll take it.
Okay, 2d4. Nice, 3 of them. Which 3 would you like to flee?
Let's see. Oh wait, that's me.
Get this one with the ugly haircut.
These two, and is this one in range?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me see. Okay. So yeah, that's how we'll do it. These three.
All right, Hoobra, I see you holding that. Is that you holding that D20?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you may
could-
attack.
I didn't know you could see it. That's funny.
That is a hit.
Oh dang! All right, and
Oh, your damage. Nice. 2 damage. And then, okay, so for these 2 guys that Grisha ran through, this guy dodges, the guy to the left dodges, and this other guy also dodges. Okay, so this guy doing the squat is going to attack Hootbra. Oh, damn.
Damn. That was unlucky. The die got stuck.
ooh,
Jesus.
5 damage.
oh okay. That's better than 10.
Yeah. Remember, he has to break your AC twice to do double damage. All right, declaration phase, if everybody went. All right, Selenia has Emelda, and she's going to dash up the stairs.
Yeah, I really think we should leave. River is also going to head for these stairs.
Yeah, so is Crump.
So is Hoot Bro.
I think Shadwell's weapon forces him to fight.
Oh, you engaged bloodthirsty, whatever it is?
The unyielding polearm.
Did you activate it?
No, just been using it normally.
Yeah, you have to activate it to and,
Okay, so he's not enthralled by it then.
correct.
Okay. Then he agrees with River because he doesn't have enough health potions for all these zombies.
Okay. And finally, Gerhardt Snow.
Yeah, I'm bringing up the rear.
Okay. Movement phase.
So, I'm gonna dash then.
Okay.
There we go.
And I think River will also dash to move farther.
All right, if you guys are all just dashing, we are no longer in combat, so if you guys want to just get out, that's fine.
Oh. Shit. Where did I go?
What does this lever do?
You have to ask that in character.
What does this lever do? Can anyone remember?
It seals the stairway.
If that is the case, River will wait for all of her compatriots to make it up the stairs and then pull it.
I think that's everybody.
Now we're missing Shad.
Chadwell's not going up that stairwell.
Yeah, he started going towards the other one.
We're not in combat, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Thought we were. Okay.
That switch.
Yeah.
This level reminds me of one that my brother had during our childhood because we hated couscous, and it was a lever for killing couscous.
Like the
All right,
All
River.
right.
Flip it.
couscous, like the grain.
That's what
Absolutely.
What about all the
horrible.
goats?
Yeah, you guys down below, you hear a lot of zombie groaning and then bleating of devil goats and the clomping of their hooves and headbutting of armor and bones rattling.
Oh, the regalmanity.
regality.
Oh, the regality.
Good work. Stelenia says, I shall escort the singer to my lord, or back to the dungeon.
Wait, she's going back into the dungeon?
She's a prisoner, of course.
But my lady, she's already fulfilled her part of the job. Perhaps you no longer
how can
need
you
to
say
waste
this?
your time on that.
How can you say
Because,
so?
We saw the ritual. Isn't that all that you needed her for?
I assure you that ritual was a failure. The Lord will definitely, most assuredly, want to attempt it again.
No, fair enough.
Wait. What went wrong?
Yes, what did go wrong? Do you know, my lady?
I do not know, but something about that song did not sound cohesive. Perhaps it was a mistranslation.
My lady, everyone's a critic, but Emelda, from what we've heard, is a very accomplished singer. Could you say anything she did was wrong?
The melody, the melodious tones that came from her are not the reason why the ritual failed.
Clearly, it's because of that old man in the dungeon. You probably did some sort of chicanery.
My assumption as well. Any road, should return to Shadhome and see if our lord is safe. He left here on a unicorn, which is not typically his style. He prefers bicorns, but
I'm sure. Make
But
sure
I do
that
have
the steed gets some good oats and perhaps some good malt beer if you have some.
a query, milady. So the specter downstairs, it'll still be there, right?
of course.
So would it need the same kind of ritual or a different kind of ritual to deal with him since he's already summoned?
I do not know the answer to this. I'm merely a swordswoman.
Well, perhaps we should all go speak with my lord then and see what he needs to have done.
Why not ask that other specter, the one floating there? Mayhap he
That's not a
knows.
specter.
You know, it'd be convenient
And I'm
if
not a
you guys had
longhorn.
if you guys had a town magician or town wizard or something. Hope nobody scared them away.
Tamazine, I'm glad she's gone.
Me too. All right.
Yes.
Crump, are you still a cloud? Are you gonna
Yeah, I guess I can. I guess I
memorialize?
can. I guess I can become solid again.
Just like that old lady in Chronicles of Riddick.
I was gonna.
Oh yeah, the elemental or whatever.
Jermaine Clement in Rick and Morty, where he's like the floating cloud person.
I do
Brother
not
Crump,
remember that.
I think you're gonna need to make a whole lot of health potions. I think you're going to get busy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I have the materials for that. I think I have 2 healing potions, but
I have 1,
okay.
so that makes 3.
Well, I have 1 healing potion, but I get 2 uses out of it. So yeah, 3 uses. And I never used lesser healing, so I could also use that. So that's 4.
And are you including the one I'm going to give you in your calculation?
Yeah, so if you give me 1, that'll be 4 uses, and then 1 lesser healing cast.
So then you could kill, is that 9 zombies permanently?
With the healing potions?
Yes.
I guess only 5 permanently, right?
Well, I think if we disable them enough where they get knocked down, then 1 health potion seemed like it was enough to do the job, finish the job.
You want to use 1 potion on all of them.
Well, I don't think that would work, but you saw the one that I melted, right?
Shoot.
I knocked it down, and then I poured a lesser healing potion on it, and it melted into a rather putrid little puddle on the ground.
Okay.
Gerhard, please roll me a wisdom or intelligence. In fact, Shadwell, you may also, any of the Breggles may make this roll.
Couldn't you just bury this place? Put a whole bunch of stones on top of it, and then they can't move it, and then they can't get out, and then we don't have to go back downstairs?
Well, if zombies are good at one thing, it would be digging themselves out of the ground, right? So whether it's a week from now or a month from now, eventually they would crawl up to the surface. That's what my fear.
I suppose, but surely Lord Morbleed can afford stones from all over Dolmenwood to be brought and placed upon.
He probably could.
Crump, did you want to make an intelligence or wisdom roll?
Yeah, I'll be rolling intelligence.
Yeah, partner. Keep on rolling, baby.
Oh shit. Yeah, nothing in the tomes that Crump has read helps him determine a good course of action. But yeah, they're well, I still have those scrolls, but that's
Well,
not
Brother
really
Crump,
good.
you know, these were once honorable knights. Perhaps there's some sort of funeral rites that you could give them to put them to rest.
You know, that is noble. I do think the Pluritine Lord would look kindly upon upon us laying these damaged souls to rest.
So perhaps we bury them as River suggested and do some sort of rite for them, and maybe they will go back to their eternal slumber.
I think it's worth a shot.
Perhaps it's wishful thinking, but
Are you guys heading topside to get some firepower? Gunpowder? Or are you going to go talk to the alchemist?
I think the alchemist
let's
might.
go-
Yeah.
Is it that delightful woman barreled?
Yeah, Warlock.
Yes, let's go talk to her. One of my new favorite people that I've met.
What did the fucking voice sound like?
Like a quirky old woman. Barreled.
Give me 1 sec. Going up the video so I get the voice right.
You got to make a little folder with little sound bites.
Sure do.
Yeah, that's a good idea. A little encyclopedia of gesture voices. Barreled.
Encyclopedia Encypedia.
Nice. I'm surprised that doesn't exist.
Oh, is it? It's Shradwell and companions.
You're still alive, huh?
Yes, and we've got a little conundrum that we would like your assistance with.
Well, I heard a great galloping a few minutes ago. Did you have something to do with that? I
Possibly.
wonder.
I think that we should probably try to rescue them, to be honest.
Oh, galloping. I'm sure you meant Lord Marbleed upon the
Was that
fairy
who went up
steed.
those stairs?
Yes.
Yeah, they're just down that hallway where Gerhardt went.
This Gerhardt? He looks at Grisha.
It's-
So there's a lot of undead downstairs, and
Yes.
thinking that they need to be buried, reburied.
Oh,
If you
don't
will.
worry. The enchantment will wear off soon enough.
Oh, so they'll just go back to the way they were?
Yes, they're a defensive mechanism.
Oh, then I guess we don't need to do anything after all.
Yeah.
And what about Gnarlgruff?
I am not entirely sure about that part. He should be under Marbleed's control.
Well, he's not. He seemed quite upset.
Terrible, man. Upset, you say? That's perplexing indeed. Mayhap something went wrong with the ritual. Well, I know it wasn't my part. I gave all the ingredients that were on the recipe.
I suspect it was the old man in the jail.
Yeah.
But
are
Grisha,
we entirely sure that something went wrong? This
Well, let me
Gnarlgruff
tell you
is
that Farnham
supposed to be-
Ribblemead translated this under duress.
so do you think he
Well-
sabotaged it?
If my name was Lorenzo Gibson, I would say yes.
But River, you're saying you think maybe this was always the original intention of the spell, and perhaps Gnarlgruff created it so that way this exact thing could happen? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I perhaps, maybe, I don't know.
Why don't you go ask Mobley?
Magic for my people comes naturally. We don't have to do all these rituals and studying, and it just happens. You know.
Earl rolled her eyes at all this talk.
You know, if my name was Ruben, I'd say
Roll
crazy.
eyes. Oh, nonsense.
Hey, young man, you gonna give me my staff back?
Oh, this wasn't to keep?
No.
Oh,
If you want it, I'll give it to you for 250 gold pieces.
See, the thing is, I don't have any money. At least
Always
not
an
on me.
excuse with these kids these days.
Now, Crumb, if you really want the staff, perhaps it can be arranged.
Yeah, I think I want it.
Well, then pay up.
So it was, what was it, 200 gold pieces?
250.
Surely, for the service.
Oh,
we
100?
do, you're low.
150.
Don't play with
We can barter, right?
All right, give me a charisma then.
All right.
Jim, can I hang up?
Charisma. Jim, can
Ah,
I
shit.
get
wow.
behind this haggle with the charisma and also
My roll ability.
Yeah.
All right. I can't do 100, but 175 seems reasonable.
Oh, very well, you miserly. I respect it.
You know, and I thought you
175.
just were kind of a goofball with that Lord Farquaad haircut, but you're all right.
Thank you. Lord Farquaad, he must be a highly esteemed lord.
Highly. Men like him are in short supply.
So, Grisha,
No.
do you think that we should talk to, Lord Mobleat together about this situation?
Yeah, I think it's probably good to hear from the horse's mouth, so to speak. What went wrong?
The goat's mouth, you mean?
Yeah, the goat's mouth.
Yes. I suppose that's our next stop then.
All right, well, Gerard already knows the way, so you can just follow him.
You seem very learned about rituals, so I do have one question before we go.
Yes.
So if the ritual was to summon Nargroth and put him under command, what would you have to do if he's already summoned and you just need to get him under command properly? Would you have to do the whole thing over or just certain steps?
I imagine we would have to do everything over, but may have just the verbal component, because my portion was reassembling his body, the vessel, which I assume was intact. But if it's not, then I'll have to have someone reapply it.
Well, I'm guessing he's probably still awake down there, but I don't know for sure.
Well, I'm not going to go and find out.
Me either. All right, well, we have to go see a lord about a corpse, so we will speak with you later.
Goodbye.
All right, Grisha, lead the way. Oh, where am I?
What the hell? Oh. Sorry, my.
My lord.
Sir Knight, welcome back. I am pleased to see you in a living condition.
It gladdens my heart to see that you are safe.
Gerhard, it pleases me to see you still alive.
You too, brother. You too.
And you, maiden elf, I humbly thank you for summoning this steed.
River is petting the fairy steed, but she will stop and curtsy, say, "Of course, my lord."
Speak with one of my accountants about a reward.
Oh, you are most generous, Lord Morbleed.
He nods.
My lord, what would you have us do to assist you in completing this ritual?
I need no further aid in this ritual from you. I wish to handle this with the most discretion possible. Simply, what would you say? Imprisoning Nargrov below is sufficient enough.
Will you be reattempting the ritual?
Of course, but we must wait 1 year hence. For the ritual can only take place at the Leribok.
I see. We could, in that case, then take Emelda to Drake and
What is an Emelda?
the singer, if you must
No,
wait a whole year.
She must remain in my employ.
Very well, my lord.
Sir Knight, speak with my accountant. He shall give you a property deed for
Oh,
real estate in Langshorn.
thank you, my lord. Your generosity knows no bounds, as always.
He nods.
Yes, Friar.
Yes, Lord Maulbleed. Why must the singer remain in your employ? I'm curious.
So that she may perform the song next Leribok.
I see. So
I must
you
stop you, Friar. You share a striking resemblance from
God damn it.
someone I knew in my youth.
Is that so?
Yes. Maybe I am becoming sentimental in my old age.
Who do I remind you of, Lord Maulbleed?
A girl I once courted. But she is dead now. Any road. The three of you may speak with my accountants for reward. This concludes our audience.
Sheesh.
I wonder, Hoodbra. I wonder if you would be good at singing a ritual song.
Oh, that might be true. But
I don't think it would be a wise thing
I'm
to
not
practice,
considering
considering what's
that's true.
happened to the current singer.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe a year. We can clear Crump's name. We take a little trip north, and then perhaps, I don't know, maybe we go to this magic school. Maybe you can make yourself more useful to Morbleed and bring an end to all of this down here, Hootbra.
I think clearly the solution is for Hootbra to become the finest singer in all the land.
Yeah, I understand that you guys like this Malbro, but I think
Don't you want to sing so good that you raise the dead? I mean, Brumbledink could never.
well, why don't we wait until Emelda recovers, and maybe we can ask how she felt about singing.
You're so funny, Hootbra. What a story.
Shad's like, I don't care. Whatever. Morbleed keeps her in prison. He has a good reason. You guys just don't get it. You don't know him like I did. Well, I'm just glad that we're all safe. My goodness.
I'm gonna have
those horrid
nightmares about
things
those goats.
smelled awful.
I can still hear them bleeding for help.
Hey, River is absentmindedly petting the fairy steed, which I think can also talk to everybody.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, what would the steed say?
Ran real fast.
So it sounds like
I got
Callie
out
Mae.
of there.
Damn, dude, I'm running so fucking fast.
Y'all, I was running. I was like galloping. Did y'all see me?
I was like, yeehaw! Just ran right on out of there. Now plumb tuckered out.
Hey, you said it. All right, well, we are going to end it there, but the last thing I want to show you guys is, and I will get you all your rewards between now and next session, but are you guys on the map?
Oh, there we are.
Oh, side note, could I sign Teth up for some alchemy classes with Barreled?
Yeah, I don't see one.
I think they would be good pals.
I like that chat is like, now this creepy old lady, she's going to be your teacher. And that is like, why not the nice Richard who doesn't live underground?
Because she needs a motherly influence in her life.
That's true. That is true.
Also, Richard is out there partying, trying to find a boyfriend. He's too busy for that.
My Lord Underback, may I present to you the residence in which Lord Marbleet has bestowed upon you.
Oh,
23 Wackadoo Lane. May you call it home. And that is where we will call it. This is going to be like a HQ if you guys want it.
hell yeah.
Home base in Langthorn. And then between now and next session, I will give the rest of you your rewards. I'm going to surprise everybody except Crump. Crump, what do you think is an appropriate reward for a friar? Since you opted out of that 20,000 K last time.
Damn.
You can
That's,
think about it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Right. Well done, everybody. I wasn't hoping that fight would last as long as it did, but what can you do?
It felt complex, though. It felt complex.
Yeah, I was very excited to see Hoobra using magic.
But I thought
He was thinking I was Morpheus.
Speaking
I
of
think
belief.
everybody deserves a pat. Everyone deserves a pat on the back, though, because I feel like we broke our usual, like the horn use from Grisha, or like someone tried to use their horns as like a ramming attack, and then the vapors, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the amulet of density was just the last. I took too much damage. I was like, I can't risk this. Like, I need to fall back.
Well, that just gave me another thought just now. You know how Grimo did like his gas attacks
Of course.
before?
Chief.
So could somebody like do like a gas healing potion, like
Of
AoE?
course.
Grisha has some kind of like vapor cannon built into his arm,
You guys
right?
are trolling me. You guys are trolling me. Because
No,
you know
100%.
my signature move is Vaporizer Dream.
Well, Grisha
No,
can like
100%.
atomize stuff and like spray out a fog, right?
So he's a steampunk Breggle.
Yeah, or if
Team-
anybody played, why am I drawing a blank on it? Sekiro. Shadows die twice.
No,
Does anybody want to explore inside?
Oh, it said waiting for GMs.
I-
Already closed it. I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were ending.
Be on there. How weird.
No,
Yeah,
we,
Yeah, you
It's
don't.
not
We don't have to. We don't want, but
I can see the
Well,
outside.
I would have, but I just closed it because I thought you were dead because it just said waiting for GM.
that's weird.
Oh.
I didn't close it.
I don't know.
yeah, I'm still on. Oh,
I'll
man.
reopen.
There
Well, I
we
hope
go.
you weren't bored, Jethro, because speaking for myself, I wasn't. This was very fun. It was a cool situation to like
Yeah.
get ourselves out of, because I don't think we fought undead, but I don't think we've been in this kind of situation before. So like the whole collapsing the roof thing, I was worried that maybe the entire room was going to collapse in on us.
Yeah, if you had enough gunpowder, it would have. Definitely.
I was worried. I realized I blew it, no pun intended, because I was like, dang, I forgot about the fire powder. I forgot about the fire powder for like a split second, and I'm like, dang, everybody's going to blow up.
I think if we had like a keg of it, it would probably be a massive explosion that would probably like affect the surface levels, but
That's
it was only a tiny little like satchel.
correct. That's my thinking as well.
And there's enough beds and rooms in here for everyone.
If there aren't, I will add some more.
All right, I'm back in. Let's take the grand tour.
Yeah, I'm spectating on Grecian.
This is pretty nice. I like the siding and the walls. I'm sure Keesley has the better words for real estate, but I like, I like these panels.
We
Siding-
should have a housewarming.
I feel like siding is more of like an East Coast thing. It's all stucco out here on the West Coast.
That's so true.
I don't know how
So
they do
this-
it in Memphis, but
It's like an attic up here.
Yeah. That's the studio. This is where Hoopraw's
Oh.
gonna jam.
Oh shit! You hear that,
you guys-
Hoopra?
You can turn it into a laboratory.
So Hoopra can learn to sing magical enough to raise the dead? Hell yeah!
Is this
wonder
our
other way.
this is our influencer pad? Our influencer
Yeah.
Our content
Where's the-
creator.
You
Man.
get
You went the
content.
wrong way.
it's
Where's the front door?
You went the wrong way. Right under the other door. Both doors are above each other.
Okay.
is Shade of Winter Betrayal going to be okay with all of your freeloader deadbeat friends moving into your honeymoon house?
I'm sure she's used to it by now. That's just more customers for her to make stuff. Pay her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We can crash at Umberto's if you need the place by yourself. Just, put the sock on the doorknob and we'll just go somewhere else for the night. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Umberto's like, oh, you're over here again. No, but
Yes. There's my room.
ooh, this is a nice room. Nice place to go sleepies.
Heck yeah. Well done, everybody. I don't know if I told you guys, but everyone's supposed to get 600 XP.
Woo. 600.
That
Huh?
is correct.
So I'm really curious. How does the module expect the story to end?
It gives 4 conditions. One is because remember, it assumes that the party is not siding with Maulbleet.
Mhm.
So if Maulbleet, if Gnarlgruff rises and the party defeat him and save Maulbleet's life, then he knights and promotes everyone into lieutenants in the Maulbleet army.
Damn.
Another one is if Maulbleet, like if you try to confront him and he escapes, he's going to rally all his knights and soldiers to protect the Shadhome, and he accuses the PCs of necromancy and sorcery, and that they try to assassinate him, and which kind of turns you guys all into fugitives in his domain. The other one is if Gnarlgruff is killed, that pisses Maulbleet off, and he says the reason why he summoned him was to fend off the Droon, and now he has to think of some other he needs to find some other magical weapon to fight them. And then the last one is if you guys bring Maulbleet's crimes to the authorities in Castle Brackenwald, you can try to get him arrested, which gains you favor and a reward with Lord Ramius.
Oh. So does that make River a lieutenant now?
Yeah, if you guys want to become lieutenants in the House Maulbleet army, or however they would describe it in medieval times, you may.
Shadwell would obviously be all about that.
Yeah. But if not, then you guys can just take your rewards.
He
Call it a
is
day.
Lord Maulbleed's How High.
Is it either or? Like if we accept the officer position, do we not get a reward? If I
It
make
doesn't-
that? Or
It doesn't say you get any benefits if you're not a knight from being a lieutenant, so I'm thinking it's just like a title.
Yeah.
So I would say you
Okay.
could get both if you want.
Yes, I will.
then yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure.
All right, just know that siding with one house may put you at odds with other houses.
Yeah, Crump is his only allegiance is to
The Lord.
the Pluraltine Lord.
The one true God.
Crash, do you watch The Righteous Gemstones?
I
love.
I started the first season, but I didn't finish it. I'm not like caught up.
Man.
I love it. I just watched the finale.
Well,
It's wrapped up. It's wrapping up.
I think so.
there's like a gold Bible that shows up at some point. Maybe that should be Crump's reward, like a golden
Yeah.
Bible.
That's so like
The Mobley
oxymoron.
Yeah.
It's just like
The
just
most
like
pious.
Bible.
Blue Octopus
The
knows
best
what I'm talking
Bible.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We made it out of gold. It's the most precious material, gold. They said you shouldn't make a Bible out of gold, but we made one out of gold, and everybody's saying it's the most beautiful Bible they've ever seen, folks. They say you shouldn't say it, but I'll say it.
so Crump, just like there are, merchant visas and stuff, I imagine there's probably some sort of visa that lets people sleep and eat at places for free. So maybe that's something he wants. I don't know.
Like a year-long lifetime supply of bedding or something. Yeah.
No, like
So
Blue
I
Octopus
always
11. What do they call it? Where you have diplomatic immunity?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know
think
how
they
like
call
they
it
did it in like medieval times, but I know in like ancient Korean times, like, and I always wondered about this like before like our government existed, but they used to have like IDs, and it was like a wooden this like wooden thing that hung around your waist. But then like if you had a special position, like you were like the royal inspector or something, it was like a golden like stamp kind of like thing that also went with your ID.
The Imperial Seal.
Yeah,
It could be
exactly,
something
that kind
like
of
that.
thing. Yeah.
Which would allow you free lodging and free food at any place that recognizes that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Like I said,
I don't know.
You don't need to commit to anything. I'm just, throwing it out there.
Yeah. Honestly, because I'm thinking about it, because that seems more like a cleric thing, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I guess if I'm thinking like in character, because isn't that kind of like the whole excuse me, the whole thing about clerics versus friars, where like clerics, it's more like politically motivated and they want to move up within the hierarchy,
And friars are basically
of
hippies.
yeah, exactly, yeah. But I mean, gameplay wise though, that would be really nice to not have to worry about that anymore. I thought it was ever
Okay,
truly
well,
like
I started picturing there's this one season of Game of Thrones where like Cersei's going up against the like most like pious
Yeah.
freaking church guy, and that's now how I'm imagining Crump, like because of the fire thing.
yeah. What was that guy's name? I totally forgot.
Oh man.
I know
It's
he's
been-
played by
I
I
Jonathan
forgot his name
Pryce.
too.
The other thing I was
Yeah.
thinking is maybe Malbleed could make your legal troubles go away, but that's up to you if you want to
That sounds
head off that
sketch.
plot thread.
That sounds like like he has us by the horns.
Yeah,
forever.
he'd be able to use that against me. He'd be able to hold that over me. You know, the High Sparrow. That's right.
That's,
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah. Good pull.
hold it against you. I mean, I don't know. He seems like he might not even think of you at all after that.
Yeah.
This is he's like Game of Thrones people that pay their debts.
The Lannisters. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you know, maybe, you know, I think, yeah, this, yeah, let's just, he could square that off. Yeah, that, those
Breaks
legal
my heart,
issues.
but all right.
Yeah. Oh, wait,
All right.
there's a quest, right?
Hey, I could make up a new one. Don't worry.
I mean, how good would you say that quest was gonna be?
I mean, it's up to you guys. There are plenty of things that I think could be good that don't really pan out. So it's up to you guys.
The pain of being a GM.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing I was looking forward to, well, not the only thing, but, you know, just seeing more hexes.
Hexes?
Yeah,
Oh, hexes. It
yeah,
took
on the
me a
map.
moment to. At first, I thought you were talking about spells, but then I realized it was
No, like the
locations.
hexes on the map, because Drigbolton
Yeah.
is like far to the north.
Oh, yeah.
Have you already made the map?
Not yet.
I was gonna ask
Yeah.
because I was looking at my character sheet and I realized that I'm holding on to 50,000 gold, which is a lot of gold for everyday expenses. But I think as our experiences have shown us in the past, like magic items can be prohibitively expensive. But I was thinking like maybe instead of River accepting a lieutenant chip or any kind of reward, if perhaps instead she might ask for either like a writ of passage through the other lands we would have to travel through overland, or like if there are ships or large river boats that we could perhaps secure passage on if we were to travel
Across
north.
Lake Longmire.
Yeah.
Sure. There are also river boats that go up that river that goes next to Dreg. So yeah, plenty. Yeah, writ of passage. Traveler's visa works.
I have a question / suggestion that could let us maybe go to other hexes also. Maybe Maulbleet could send us on missions to go hunt down some Droon agents somewhere.
Yeah, I remember there was something about a circle and Drunic a Drunic cult that 7 Steps at Dawn warned River about after we found the what was that beast thing? The Manticore in the smokehouse.
No, it was
No, it wasn't Manticore.
I gotta bring up the PDF.
But yeah, he gave her a warning, a written thing about that, and then we talked to him at the inn, the Jaunty Horn, before during the murder mystery, and he told us about like he's infiltrating a Drunic cult. He's working on the side of the Droon to prevent the Cold Prince from coming through.
Yeah.
But
An Atticor.
Atticor, thank you.
Atticor.
But yeah, like I said, nobody needs to commit to anything. You have 2 weeks to make your decisions. If you don't get back to me with what you want, I'm just going to make something up for you. So.
I commit to being a lieutenant.
All right.
It's a no-brainer.
If you want to make a new morph for Shadwell with longer horns, I do think he has gained status of Longhorn, or, he's increased. Yeah. Well, everybody, thanks for joining, and hope everybody has a good rest of your week.
You too, man.